What's up, you guys? My name is Sonia of Staples and Tents, and today we're going to talk about sleeping bags, sleep systems, whatever you want to call it. You know, everybody wants to get a good night's sleep. So first, you got to focus on the mattress. Just like when we're at home, we got us a mattress, right? And then you get your sheets, you get your blankets. So last week we talked about your air mattress or your sleeping pad. If you haven't already, go back and watch last week's video. Super informative, because that whole waking up on a partially deflated air mattress is no fun. Nobody enjoys it. So let's jump right into the next topic, sleeping bags. When we first started, you guys, it's heavy. This was our sleeping bag when we first started. But what Nicole and I, we were looking for something where we could sleep together. You know, camping was our thing. It was bringing us closer together. We wanted to be close together. We didn't want to be in separate sleeping bags. So we found a reasonably priced double sleeping bag. This is the Teeton Mammoth. I want to say it's like $130, $140. Good price for what it is. If you're car camping, this is actually a really good solution for two people. Or if you have a camper or something, it's nice because what we would do, we would actually sandwich our air mattress in between this because it's that big. Our air mattress would fit inside of it. And we would be so warm and toasty. This one, the Teeton Mammoth, it goes down to 20 degrees. So again, you're going to be warm. You're gonna be warm. Plus we would have this, plus our heater. I'm talking about the casual camper, you know, where you're camping in fall, spring, southern-like temperatures. When you're in the north, you definitely want a sleeping bag that's rated to what you're camping at. So I think that's the first tip of the video. Get a sleeping bag that's rated to the temperature that you're camping in. For me, I'm not camping in negative 30 degree weather, but if you are, you need a sleeping bag that's capable of keeping you warm during that. I would freeze in this right here. Although it survived Georgia winters, don't take this to Michigan. You'll freeze. The downsides to this thing, it's heavy, it's big. It weighs 16 and a half pounds. And not that 16 and a half pounds is super duper heavy, but this is like a person in our truck. But if you're car camping, it gets it done and you'll be warm. So when we realized that the big Teeton was just too much bag. So this one here, this is the Teeton Cascade Sport. It's rated at 40 degrees. It's significantly lighter at only 6.5 pounds, and it's cheap. It's cheap, like it's $60. $60 if you're looking to upgrade from blankets and stuff like that that are big and bulky from the house. $60 right here. This is all you need. If you're camping during camping season or in mild temperatures, again, don't get this if it's gonna be cold. It's only rated at 40 degrees. So if we were ever cold, you know, we believe in redundancy. So we will also have our bestie blankets. Our bestie blankets, we love those by the fire, but they're also backup. They're also backup for sleeping. So tip number 2, don't be afraid to pack a lightweight blanket to use to insulate you even more if your sleeping bag isn't rated, you know, very low and you get cold at night. You know, I mentioned your blankets that you're bringing from home. That's how we started camping. The very first time we went out camping, we used our blankets. So from home, off the bed, well, like the guest bedroom or something. But a lot of you, if you get cold at night, not specifically in the summertime, but whenever you camp, if you're cold at night and you're still using blankets, upgrade to a sleeping bag. It makes a big difference. Being able to zip up in a sleeping bag, it traps all that body heat, all that warmth. And if you're sleeping if you have the luxury of sleeping beside someone, you stay warm and toasty. Nicole and I were always on a mission to make our campsite more efficient, and this we thought gave it to us. And this is by Big Agnes. It's the Big Agnes Camp Roll. So this is actually made of down. It's made of down. I burnt a hole in ours. Well, we burnt a hole in ours, and every time we used it, there was down all over the tent. If it hadn't been for that, I take that back. I was about to say if it hadn't been for that, we would have kept it. This is a really good product. But the thing that happened to this, we used it a month straight, and I think I washed it once when we stopped in Moab halfway through to wash clothes. So other than that, it didn't get washed. Judge your mama. And I'll show you. This one is expensive. It's $350, but it's super light. It's a little over 2 pounds, and this is probably the warmest sleeping bag we have. It's at 45 degrees. But again, redundancy. I'm always gonna have something to keep me warm. And by the time, we would turn our heater on and have that good body heat, we were good. But this is really nice because you don't have to carry a sheet and a blanket. This fit, it was a little snug, I won't lie. This fit great around the X-Bed Duo. It also comes in a single size if you like that, and it fits perfectly around our X-Bed. So you can zip yourself in, but let me show you what I didn't like about it. One, again, all the feathers, but I don't know if you can see it, but this is like really linty, like nappy, it has all these little lint balls on it. I don't know, I should reach out to Big Agnes and see if they have replacement liners. It has pockets where you can put your pillow in. We never use this, but it does have a pocket here. And the cool thing about this is it also zips up and you can make it a single sleeping bag. So like just a regular rectangular sleeping bag, if you unzip the sheet, you can roll it up and it can be its own sleeping bag. So that's great. So you really get a 2-for-1. You guys know recently, Dakota and I, we've been doing these solo trips. And then even before that, I would go camping with Teresa by myself. So we have single person setups too. And Dakota believes in being prepared, y'all. So we weren't even camping when we got this. We stopped at a used gear store that used to be in Atlanta. It's not there anymore. And we got this sleeping bag. You guys, this sleeping bag right here, it's rated at 30 degrees, so it's still pretty cold. I remember when the girls got together for my girlfriend Randy's birthday and went camping, I slept in this. We did not have a heater. It got down to 28 degrees that night, and I was hot. I had to unzip this just so I could like cool off and not sweat. So 30 degrees, super warm. It is synthetic fabric. It's some type of, I don't know, it's a synthetic fabric that this is made of. So it's nice that they're able to make it warm, make it small, and it still be synthetic fabric. This one is light. It's only 2 pounds, 7 ounces. It's only 2 pounds, 7 ounces for this one. So you ask, why haven't I said the name of this one? Because it's discontinued. This is a LaFuma. Again, we got this from a used gear store, so it's no telling how old this thing really is. So that brings me to my next tip. Don't be afraid to get used gear. There are tons of places, REI's garage sale, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, a lot of people that sell used gear. Again, used gear shops. Don't be afraid to get used gear. You just give it a wash and use it, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So again, this is typically the sleeping bag I use when I go solo. I don't love it. Like I said, I don't like the mummy style sleeping bags. Any recommendations? Any recommendations on a female sleeping bag? I need one. So that one is a mummy style sleeping bag, and those are the ones that narrow at the bottom. So Dakota would try to use that when he went camping, and he just did not like the mummy style sleeping bag. To be perfectly honest, I don't like it either. I feel really constricted, and I typically end up unzipping it and using it more like a blanket. So Dakota was like, y'all know what? I'm about to go get me one. So he stopped at REI and he got this right here. This is the Nemo Fort. He did a review on it, so check out the review on this sleeping bag. I'll link it in the description box below. But this one is rated at 20 degrees, and it's also on the light side. It's 3 pounds. And Nemo, what they did, they came up with a hybrid of a rectangle and a mummy style, and they call it a spoon. So, yeah. Nakota loves this. He used it again a couple weeks ago, and the thing he said he really liked about it, if it was warm, he could open up the little vents and get some air through. So, you guys see this right here though. Nakota has a heavy hand, but I don't feel like this stuff stack should have broken. So you guys, what sleep systems are you using for a double setup out there? Currently, we're using a discontinued X-Bed system that Teresa found for us. She loves us. She loves us so much because she knew we were looking out for one. She knew we wanted one, and since it was discontinued, you know, what's the chances of finding it? But you know, they don't make it anymore. So you guys know of any double sleep systems that are out there? Comment, leave us a comment in the box and let us know. Tell the other tree troopers out there. I have heard of Nemo. Nemo makes a Jazz, the Nemo Jazz. It's a double system that looks pretty cool. And I want to say the mattress actually fits. It fits around the mattress in a really cool way. I want to try that. I'm really working to get it, but if I can get it, I'm gonna let you guys know. Off tops, what I can say is it is heavier than the X-Pad. It's made of synthetic material, which is fine. That's nothing wrong with being made of synthetic material, but it is heavier. It is 8-ish pounds. And it looks pretty big. You know, I looked at the dimensions and maybe this size, I can't really tell. I didn't look at it, you know, terribly close, but I'm hoping it's not like, you know, that first Teeton we had. But yeah, that's it. Let us know. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Staples and Tents. I hope you have some tips on how to pick out a sleeping bag. You know, there's really not a right or a wrong answer. Well, it's wrong if it's not rated for where you're sleeping in. But sleeping bags are a very personal thing. It's really about what you need. I've showed you a few options. I hope they help. But just know that you will go through some iterations. And as the type of camper you change, your sleeping bag may change too. You know, when Nakota and I first started, we were big time car campers. So when we went out west, that was our first time doing anything like that. Who knew we needed a small setup? But now we know. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and always keep it intense.